This is actually episode 6.
This is episode 6, yeah.
Yeah, we were silly bitches last time.
Last time we thought it was episode 4, but it was actually episode 5. But I think it's because we skipped a week and then we forgot what we had done.
Yeah.
Not the best podcasters, are we?
No. And I'm about to go away for like 5 weeks, so
yes.
Things are going to be a little bit not as consistent, but still worth it.
We have some pre-filmed, so there will still be videos coming out on Spotify and YouTube, but yeah, Jordan's away for 5 weeks.
I am. Bit of change of plans, not doing what we initially thought we were going to do, but we're going to Vegas instead, so...
Still awesome.
Things could be worse.
You might meet Tana Mongeau.
I hope I do. Oh my god, I was
there.
literally just thinking about her today because I was showing Tay the photo of me and Emily when we wore wigs to the festival, and I like channeled my inner Tana Mongeau and wore those boot crocodile skin heels with the blonde wig and like a bandana, and I was just like in my like Tana Mongeau vibes. And I was just thinking about her today, so I hope I meet her. I'm going to manifest that.
Yeah, let's manifest that for you, because that would honestly be fucking awesome.
I feel like I would never like over-exaggerate meeting anyone. Like, I don't think anyone's that fucking awesome that I would be like, oh, I'm one of those fans that, they're just a person to me. They just have a name. And I love who she is. I think she's hilarious in most of the things that she says.
Yeah, I just love her energy. She just is so unapologetically herself.
And
she doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly, and I think that's the best way to be. Like, rather whether you get humbled or not, I feel like that's just the best way you need to be. Just completely yourself.
So true. I do also love her confidence. Like, she is just like, she knows people talk shit about her.
Yeah.
She knows all, like, she like makes fun of all the shit people would say about her before they even say it. Like, she does not give a fuck.
Yeah, I love it. I love her. I think she is just like, I feel like she like is one of the YouTubers that like changed me, but like that's a topic for another conversation. But like, I feel like I just found myself in her in some aspects of her. Watching some of her videos, I was like, damn, that's exactly how I want to be, and you're being like that, and it just made me feel like I could do that, and I love it.
I just love that feeling of like when you know you can fully be yourself. Like, I feel like, and ever since even when I first met you, and same as like Emily, it's like as soon as you meet people who have that energy of being unapologetically themselves, you really just want to be around them, because the confidence is so like, it's just like so infectious. Like, I'm already a confident person, but when I'm around other people who are confident or more confident than me, I'm like, oh my god, yes, I fucking love this.
Yeah, it gives you that safe space to just be like, okay, like, if I'm just completely and utterly myself, I say whatever I want to say, I feel like I'm not about to get judged.
No.
And it's so nice. Like, now that I've been in a situation where I don't feel like I was completely myself, to now being like, I live every single day as my true self, and I speak my mind, I say whatever I want. Now I'm like, fuck, I can't even imagine being the way that I was again.
No, neither. And I like definitely understand being like feeling introverted or feeling like social anxiety. We definitely all feel it, but
don't we ever?
I definitely do think that like if you work on your confidence when you're around like any new groups or anything, you just are like, okay, I know what to do now. It's like becomes a habit.
I get so many, like, it's actually crazy. I get so many DMs on Instagram of girls, and I feel really bad because like I haven't replied to all of them. I haven't, because I'll sometimes just like see them, just like go past them when I'm just like checking,
sometimes
or like
I forget.
looking for something, or I'm busy when I see it, and then I want to respond but I forget. So I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but sometimes I've seen messages of people being like, I've just moved to the Gold Coast, like it's really, really hard to fit in here or make friends, like how do I do it? And I'm just like, fuck, like, you'll find your crowd, just be you, and like your crowd will come, but like it's really not that easy.
No,
like
it's not,
and like it's hard to say that and give someone the advice over just be yourself. And it's like actually, like sometimes like just being myself immediately is like not okay. So you have to almost like reserve a part of yourself until you feel comfortable enough and you feel like you found your people, and then you can be like, all right, here's my fucking
I can be myself. I feel like I constantly go between, we're literally wearing a black top same cut and necklace the same. I just realized.
Oh my god, would you look at that? Mine's a heart chakra from my mum. It's so cute.
Oh,
she gave it to me in like the depths of my breakup and was like, this is gonna protect your heart, and like
that is so
saged
cute.
me and all this stuff. And then I got a J because my I used to have a J necklace that I wore all the time, but it was gifted to me
from someone who didn't want to keep
and
it.
I just couldn't wear it anymore, and I loved it and I thought it was so sweet. And then Leah and Jess bought this for me actually for my birthday, and they were like, now you can wear your J necklace again. And I was like,
oh, that's so cute.
That was like one of the 40 times I cried on my birthday this year, but it was all happy tears, so it's fine.
That's so cute. Your mum got you that. My
And
friends
then I
got
have
me
a
this
little
for my
777.
mum, which is like so fucking cute.
Bless.
I love this so much. I love this necklace. Anyway, you guys listening cannot see. I just realized in the thing
if you're listening,
we're wearing
go to
the same
YouTube.
thing. Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I constantly live in between being socially anxious for pretty much no fucking reason and being insanely
Seriously.
confident that people do sometimes say like, oh, you're so up yourself, you're so cocky, and I'm literally just like, I actually don't give a fuck when people say that, because to me that's more of a reflection on them. Like, I'm just being myself, I'm literally just being me, and someone will be like, oh, you think you're so good, or you think you're so funny or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I do actually, and I hope that you do too, but obviously you don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's so annoying.
It's so terrible because it's like a really thin line, and I have just experienced it this week, that there's a really thin line between being confident and being who you are and saying and speaking your mind, but like not pissing anybody off.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not in the industry to piss anybody off, and I'm not trying to say anything nasty or hurt anybody's feelings. I am not like that, but like the anxiety that it gives me of like, I'm so scared to have a conversation because if someone takes it in the wrong way, it's just an avalanche.
Yeah, it really
and
is.
it's really sad, and it just makes me so anxious because I'm like,
yeah,
I just don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want to do anything wrong.
And sometimes when you are just being yourself and being super confident, like, I don't know, if you're like out in a big group or something and you're the most loudest person there, or you're the biggest extrovert, sometimes I do feel like people look at me like, all right, like, we get it, like, I don't know, it's just, I hate that vibe of that, because like I feel then like I have to dim myself to be like, oh, okay, like that person like thinks I'm being too much.
Yeah, oh my god, I hate feeling like you're too much. Oh my god, that light of mine was so shadowed for so long, even by myself. Like, I literally used to tell myself if I was like trying to be too much, or like being too loud, or like whatever I thought was too much over a certain amount of time, and like other people would also tell me that that was the case,
that you were being too much,
that I was being too much. I still remember that to this day, and it gives me social anxiety. I'll be like in a social gathering or like a party or whatever, and then all of a sudden I'll think, I'm like, oh my god, I'm being too much, and I'll completely like shell up, and then that's me done. I cannot come out of it once I'm shelled up, and then I'll still enjoy my night and I'll still be there with my friends, but I'm just like this closed little cocoon where I'm just like, stop, you're being loud, you're being crazy, you're drunk, like stop. And I'm like, actually, first of all,
I'm having fun.
I'm having a really good time.
Yeah.
Of course I'm drunk. I'm at a party. Of course I'm drunk. Of course I'm gonna have a good time. Of course I'm dancing on the dance floor. Of course I'm being loud and obnoxious, because all my friends are also being drunk on the dance floor, loud and obnoxious, and that's who we are. But like, one wrong thought and I'm closed in.
More often than not, the
anxious
people
as a fucking
little turtle, you're just back in your shell.
Yeah.
And more often than not, the people who would look down on that or be sitting in the corner of the party like eviling you, it's like, well, you guys are not having fun. You're literally
you look like
just
you're having a really bad time over
you're
there.
literally just sitting there judging everybody and hating yourself.
Oh my god, there's nothing worse than people feeling like they're being judged. Because I've obviously been in that same situation, but now I just don't let it like affect me as much as it used to. But it's very hard living on the Gold Coast, that's for sure. But in like a house party perspective, when it's not just like random people in a club, when you're at a house party or you're at an event where there's people that you don't necessarily know, or there's people that you know of, and you just feel judged, that's really hard to shake when you're in a closed environment.
Yeah, because you feel like you're just in like a glass fish tank.
Yeah.
But then on the other side of that, I definitely do also feel like even before going to an event. Like last night I went to one of my very best friends' 30th birthdays, and everyone who was there I'd known for like, you know, 10, 15, 20 years since we were like tiny little kids. And everyone's family who was there I also had known for so long. But for some reason going there, I just had so much social anxiety. Like I just couldn't deal with going to a big social event. And me and one of my friends were saying to each other, like, okay, tonight, let's just like do ourselves a favor and not, because there was a lot of people there, obviously like our really close group and then like other kind of outside groups. Let's make a deal that we don't have like small talk that we don't want to have, because it makes you anxious. Like, what's the point? Like, it's just, small talk to me is one of the most annoying things ever. I hate that whole, like...
Period.
How have
small
you been?
talk is...
What do you do for work now? Like, why... If you're asking me that, we don't really know each other.
What have you been up to?
I hate it. It's so annoying. So once we made that pact, it actually made us both be less anxious, because we didn't put ourselves in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
We just hung around.
Don't even bother.
Yeah. Just stay around the people that you do feel comfortable with. Like, what's that quote? It's like... go where you are loved. Like, only be in rooms where you're loved.
Yeah.
It's so fucking true. If you're going to go somewhere and you know that there's going to be, like, a situation where there might be people who don't have love for you or aren't going to support you, like, literally don't go.
Oh my God. I've been feeling so much like that recently because I have my 10-year high school reunion coming up.
Oh, really?
And I have had... to say the least, so much anxiety
that would be
about
wild.
it, because almost everyone that I went to school with is married and has kids and owns a home and is settled the fuck down.
Yeah.
I am
Making
none
a
of those
podcast
things. I
with the wine.
have a podcast. I'm drinking wine. I do OnlyFans for a living. I am have gone through a divorce. I have no idea what I want to do with my life. I'm 27 years old. I could not even imagine having a child anytime soon. I literally am so beyond far away from the people that I went to school with, except maybe like one girl. And maybe, actually, yeah, probably one girl, and she was on Love Island last year, and she is living her absolute best life, and her and I are still friends, and like we're the only ones that I could possibly think of that aren't doing that. And so like the idea of going to my reunion, I want to go, and I'm still going to go because I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to be the hottest one there, but it still makes me really fucking anxious. Like, I'm going to smoke the biggest fucking J before I go in, because I'm going to be so scared. I'm even nervous to see my ex-boyfriend from high school, and he's like happily married with a kid, and I'm so happy for them, and I literally think their kid is the cutest thing ever. But I'm nervous to see him because I haven't seen him since schoolies, and I'm like, trust me, I don't have any feelings for you anymore, but this is weird, right? This is weird, right? This is
weird for all of us involved. Honestly, everyone's probably anxious though. Like a school reunion, holy shit. Yeah.
I'm shitting myself. I'm so nervous. 10 years and I sell nudes on the internet for a living. And everyone probably won't be surprised.
No, they probably don't. Imagine that conversation. Like, so, Jordyn,
but I'm gonna walk
in, up to?
Literally, but I'm gonna walk into that fucking event with my head up, my tits out, and have the best fucking night.
Head up,
and make sure that everyone in my fucking grade knows that I'm still a lovely person.
Who are you going with? Do you have like a support person?
Oh, well, my two. I mean, Tay might come. She'll probably get more attention than I would if I brought my girlfriend with me. They'd be like, oh yeah, bitch. Yeah, box our girl, yeah. Like they always do. Every time anyone meets Tay, everyone's just like, bow down to her. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so cute.
It is. It's so cute. I'm like, is there anyone you don't know? Like, honestly.
So you're allowed to bring partners?
Yeah, we are. But I think I'm just going to go. But it's weird because my two best friends from high school, they're still dating the people. They're married now to the with children. The people that they were dating in high school, so they're going together. Yeah. And I'm just going to tag along. I've always just been a tag along with them. It's always just been the five of us. There was another person, but we don't talk about him, so.
Okay. You're like, let's leave that drama in the back.
The drama's in the back for that.
Well,
I am so anxious about it.
I feel like that brings up a good tip about confidence, right? Like if you're going somewhere that you don't fully feel confident or you have social anxiety, literally take a support friend, because there's almost no events that you can't just bring a friend. Like obviously if it's like a work thing or a corporate thing maybe, but one of my friends yesterday said like, oh, I didn't go to my uni event because I like felt really anxious and didn't want to go. And Bianca was like, oh, you could have invited me. And she was like, oh, really? You would have came? And Bianca's like, yeah, like I always get anxiety when I go to big things. Like I would have come with you and been your support person. And our friend was like, that actually really would have helped me. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of that. And it made me think, like, oh my God, I'm going to do that all the time now. Like, anytime I'm going to an event or anything that I can bring a support person, literally just bring your friend.
Yeah.
Or a sibling or someone who you're close with.
Someone that just keeps you, like, home ground, I think. Yeah. I thought about bringing Emily because she also knows some of the people that I went to school with because we've been friends for so long. Like, she knows some of the girls. She knows the situation. Not the situation, just, like, my life, I guess.
Yeah. The situation of your life.
The situation of my life. It's very a situationship that I've got going on with myself. But yeah, I thought about bringing Emily, but honestly at this point, probably just gonna go by myself.
Just see how you go.
I think that's my superpower, because if I go by myself, then I don't feel like I have to entertain anyone. If I just go by myself, get a little bit drunk, have a couple conversations, and enjoy my night, I feel like I'm completely in control in that situation if I just go by myself. If I go with a friend, I feel like I'm gonna have to, like, balance out energies and be like, oh, you're having fun, I'm so sorry that you're here, like, or be like, oh, I know that you don't know anyone, I'm so sorry. So I'm probably just gonna go by myself, to be honest.
It'll probably help you grow as well.
Probably just gonna wear something red.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm all hot.
Do it.
100%.
When you go, like, out in public, how good is it for your confidence? And this is, like, such a big piece of advice I feel like I would give to my younger self and to people who, like, want help with confidence. You have to, like, feel confident in yourself first before you will be confident outwardly. Like, whether that's you getting super fit, if that's your goal, or, like, working on your self-care. And I don't mean just, like, a skincare routine. I mean, like, self-care, caring about yourself.
On the inside.
Yeah, like, you really care about yourself so much that the way you present yourself to the world, people are like, oh my God, they care about themselves.
100%.
And then when you go to these places, what you'll embody is literally, like, this energy of confidence, because you have confidence in yourself. And so everyone around you will just assume that you're confident. And then you won't have people, like, judging you or, like, putting you down, because they will just think, oh, wow, like, they're so confident.
And you never know if it's fake. That's the best thing about confidence. And I learned that from fucking Maddie on Euphoria, that the best thing about confidence is that nobody knows if it's real or if it's fake.
True.
It's just you. You are the only person. It could be your best friend in the whole entire world, but they don't know shit. It's only about you, and if you genuinely feel that way, or if you don't, but if you can fake it, then that's
So
your
true.
superpower. Like, I love when I'm riddled with anxiety and I have back sweat because I'm shaking. I get the shakes really, really bad, especially when I'm anxious. My hands don't stop going. Like, it's almost annoying. But I just play it off.
Yeah.
Just play it off, because I don't want anyone to see me sweat, because I don't want people to think that I'm not in control, which is also kind of, like, toxic, but that's how I live my life.
Yeah, but
Especially now.
If it's for your own mental health, that you don't want other people, like, you know, being, like, a threat towards you, like, you know, if you're in a vulnerable situation, I don't think that that's toxic.
No.
To pretend to be confident. It's different if you're purposely,
like, being a bitch about it.
Yeah, trying to be cocky or whatever just to put others down, but that's not the case. You're being fake confident for you, so that you have a comfortable time.
And then I, like, go home and, like cry. Or I, like, cry to my friends and, like,
let the anxiety out.
Let the anxiety out. But, like, I've just got to find ways to deal with what works for you. Especially with a social anxiety platform, social anxiety, not platform, situation, because I would feel like social anxiety can take over to the point that you choose not to hang out with people. Yeah. Or you choose not to go to events.
It becomes a habit. It becomes a really
and then
big
you
habit.
become a shell, and you're not with anyone, and you don't have any sort of social interaction.
My goodness. We've all done it.
Yeah.
We've all gone through weeks, sometimes even months, of just, like, saying no to every event, and then it becomes a full-on habit where, like, you say no to every single thing, or people just stop asking you because they're like, she won't come.
Yeah. 100%. I definitely never got to the point that people stopped asking me to come to things, because I always said yes, because I felt like I had to keep showing face so that people didn't stop inviting me to things, because I was like, I know that I'm eventually going to get through this, so right now I'm just going to fake it. Yeah. And because I'm such a social person, I was like, I'm going to be really sad if all my friends, like, stop wanting to hang out with me. So I'm just going to, like, fake that I'm fine and hang out with everyone. until I am fine. And now here I am.
And most of the time you are.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if you're around your loved ones, like, or your closest friends, you do become fine.
Yeah, pushing through that barrier of being anxious about going, and then once you're actually there, it's so much better. So it just works.
And it's definitely okay to say, like, that you don't want to go because your social batteries run out. We all understand that now. You can literally just say...
And if people don't respect you for that, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
If they're, like, begging you to go, they're like, please, it'll be fine. Like, just have a drink, just get over it. Like, no. If you feel socially not capable of going and your battery has run out, don't go.
No.
You have to have friends who respect that.
And I'm just going to repeat myself. And if your people don't respect that, fuck them. Because a social battery is a real fucking thing. Sometimes, especially if you just have like a partner that like it doesn't feel like you're being social with someone, like you and B, it wouldn't feel like you're being social. I am now at a point with Tay that it doesn't feel like we're being social. Like I can just sit there with her with zero energy or
comfortable in silence.
Yeah, just comfortable in silence, and it's no worries. But like it wasn't like that to begin with. It wasn't like that initially, and I'm sure it wasn't like that with you and B. Like,
no,
after
you've gotta grow.
You have to grow together, and a social battery is a real fucking thing. Like, it honestly is. It's crazy.
I love hanging around people that it doesn't drain your social battery, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we see each other enough per week now that I'm just like, oh yeah, this is a part of my week. Like, my social battery was out this morning because of the massive weekend that I've had. But I didn't once feel like, oh, so many people are coming over. I've got to, like, do things. I literally did not. It didn't even faze me. Like, that is the best when you're around friends who don't drain your social battery and you just feel like, oh, I can just be myself.
Nothing better than, like, the friends that you have as well that you can just sit in silence with each other and, like, sit on TikTok or, like, sit on your phone and get shit done, and you just have their energy around you and you're like, I'm good.
Every now and then, just show them a TikTok.
Everything's fine. Me and Emily would, like, sit in silence together and send each other TikToks while we're sitting next to each other.
That is the best, honestly. Friendship fucking goals. I love doing that shit.
She's a good girl.
Honestly, I am proud of our confidence. I really am. And as I mentioned at the start...
Oh, I got red wine on my fucking pants.
Honestly, I'm just glad it's not on my car.
Yeah, fair.
It's bound to happen one day, though.
This is a risk that I take every single week. I'm always drinking red. I drink red probably more than I'd like to admit. But especially in an all-white Tesla, I'm drinking red wine, and she trusts me to do it. That means that we've grown a lot.
Yeah.
And that means that I need to sort my life out, because instead of on the Tesla, it's now on my white tracksuit pants.
Honestly, 2019 Jordyn, I probably wouldn't trust. But 2023, I'm okay
I wouldn't trust her in general. She was crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm sure I should have been medicated, but at least, you know what? We did it for me.
You had enough people around you.
Yeah.
Medicated with alcohol. Not a good idea, but it happened.
It did.
Well, thank you for listening to episode 6.
Yeah.
I just want to end on, like, if you are someone who doesn't feel confident in yourself, you need to work on making a change. You will never just become confident. You need to try new things. You need to be your weird self around people you wouldn't normally be weird around and just see what happens. Like, you have to try new things.
You have to
get out of your shell.
You have to look at yourself in a different light as well. Like, I feel like I really changed my opinion on myself when I stopped only looking at the negative things on myself. Instead of looking at my body and thinking that I needed to lose weight or I needed to train more, I'd be like, I look really good today instead. Or my face, I'd only look at the disproportionate color, or like just the fact that my jawline isn't chiseled enough, or like I feel like and B told me to get some filler today, so I probably will, but I haven't had any
Not
yet.
in a mean way. Not in a mean way.
I was complaining and she was like, just get a little filler. I was like, problem solved. Probably going to do it. But I just started looking at myself in a different way and stopped trying to over exaggerate my eyebrows and my lashes and everything else, and just started accepting myself for who I was. And then it just kind of happened.
It kind of just worked.
I kind of was just like, you know what? This is all I've got. And this is the life that I'm living. This is who I am. And this is me. Love it or leave it.
Love it or leave it, gals.
Bitch. So, I basically, just to end this, I'm going to be away for the next 5 weeks as a minimum. I have a few
you'll
things
be gone
to
longer.
do.
I just have a feeling you'll be gone for the 2 months.
Honestly, if it wasn't my nephew's first birthday, I wouldn't come back. My nephew's first birthday is mid-April, and like, I'm not missing that.
Totally fair.
He is the love of my fucking life, and I literally just want to bash him.
You just want to squeeze little kids. It's so cute.
He is the cutest thing. I literally am obsessed with him, but it's his birthday mid-April.
Fair.
And last year I missed his birth because I was away in America. And now I'm just, not only would my family literally murder me, but I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss his birthday. But also with my job that I have, I can just go back whenever I want. So potentially come back for his birthday, leave
Go back again, yeah.
But we'll see. Depends how long Tay's going to be there.
So at a minimum, you're gone 5 weeks, which is pretty much 5 episodes. So we've just come up with a really fucking awesome idea, right just off the top of our heads.
We haven't also spoken to...
We haven't told the person who's involved in this idea. But while Jordyn is gone, Emily is going to be the co-host.
Yeah!
A guest co-host to keep the podcast episodes going until you're back.
I think that's going to be so fun.
Yeah, it'll be really fun.
Okay. We all saw Emily in the last episode, so things are probably going to get a little bit more ratchet than when I'm in here, but
also deep.
It's funny because you and me have such a different relationship, and you and Emily have such a different relationship.
And so do you two.
And then me and Emily have a different relationship, then the three of us have a different relationship. So the whole dynamic's going to be so different.
It's gonna be great.
I can't wait. It's going to be so
comment down below what you would want to hear from Emily, because she actually doesn't know about this yet, so we're going to have to go tell her.
Yeah. But she's in, don't worry.
She's definitely in. She'll love it.
She doesn't have a choice.
Thank you so much for listening and subscribing. To episode 6. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify.
TikTok.
We've got TikTok and Instagram now.
Our TikTok's doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
Considering.
Every time I go on, I'm like, so Jordyn's running the TikTok, I'm running the Instagram. And every time I go on TikTok, I'm like, fuck yeah, Jordyn, you're doing so well.
Yeah. I'm really bad with the captions, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Even my own, I can never
It's
see
really
captions.
hard. Ugh.
But anyway, we're going to go watch the sunset now. Thank you guys so much. Love you.
Love you.
Forever and ever.